Hey there guys, welcome to KBRC Hobbies. How's everyone doing? So, anyways, this is our project we're working on. And yeah, we've been come a long ways on it. We've done quite a bit of work to it. And here's my favorite suspension, good old Volkswagen suspension. Yeah, it looks the part, doesn't it? So yeah, I got the arms here. This is I got the plates here, the torsion plates, and the spindles. Everything's all in there, and they're adjustable, so I can put the shaft in. I made them adjustable, so if this thing ever blows up, gives me problems, and I need to put a different one in there, it's no big deal. And this is adjustable this way. So, anyways, that's ready to go there. And now we're working on some other things. So I wanted to talk about making hubs for your wheels, right? And basically we've gone through already and talked about how to make the plastic hubs. But what if you have a shaft like that, right? Or what is this? This shaft here, right? On this particular buggy, this kind of shaft with yeah, I'm wearing my gloves because it's kind of cool. But anyways, and those metal flakes, and anyways, we're just wearing my gloves anyway for this project. So anyways, so basically the shaft comes through here like this, right? Kind of hard to do with one hand, but so it's like that, right? And your main dry shaft comes off there. Yeah, I know it's kind of a bit of an angle, but it works. So, but the problem is here, okay, the wheel comes on there, right? But then where's the spacer? You need a bit of a spacer in there, like a hub, because here's that wheel there, and this is the wheels that we're going to be using. And basically, I've designed a hub system for this. We can use any kind of wheel as long as it has this 13 millimeter hex nut on there, or bolt, or whatever you want to say. So, anyways, we had to make our own stuff, and we had to use something I found by accident, and there's these. These are nut couplers. So they did not have them in 13 millimeter, like 13 millimeter hex, right? Hex head. So these were actually half-inch. I had to machine them down on the mill for them to fit, and they just kind of go in like so. Or they should. Try the other end. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass to do it with like that. So here we go. So like that. So going like that, because the other side, I just finished cutting it on with the grinder, so it's not going to be fitting there in there too well. But we'll have to do some filing to get it to fit. But anyways, this side fits. That's all that really matters. So you're probably wondering, well, how can you go with plastic? Well, I mean, the shaft here is metal, so why not just go with the metal thing here, right? And the thing is, this has threads, okay? So I could have went a bit further and did some machining magic, but I didn't want to. So I just figure I'm just going to took some 5/16 rod. There you go. Threaded, and I put a hole through there, in there, right? And I'm going to thread these in there, get everything all cleaned up, thread them in there, and this will fit. This here goes over here. I think I have to machine this down just a hair just to go through, because I don't have the correct, this is metric piece here. I have to just knock it down just a hair with a lathe for us to go over it, to get a little bit of clearance, right? So to measure this, I have to do some machining on there to make them perfect and everything. So, but I have them marked because I had to cut them down. I got my vernier caliper here set to what I have to cut them down to. So, but these are just the back ones here. And yeah. So I got, basically, you're going to get two long nuts. I call them long nuts, but actually called coupler nuts. I got two of them here. I got two for the front and two for the back. And this is an easy way of doing this, right? I mean, even, well, like there's many variations a guy can do this, right? I mean, you could basically put a sleeve in there, bore this out, put a sleeve in there, then you still have to do it, still have to cut a notch in there for the back here. See, there's a hole here, right? Yeah, where am I here? See, there's a hole right here. So the coupler, when it goes through there, right, you'd have a hole slotted in there. So so that's how your wheel's going to spin on there, right? So your wheel's spinning, and that's how your axle works. So kind of a weird system, I know, but it is what it is. So basically, to put a little notch. There's a hole, you put a little notch on the end here. You can cut it with a hacksaw, you can use a Dremel. I'm going to use the mill. Cut a little notch in there so it just fits over that pin there, and it all stays in place, and it turns the wheels, so that helps for that. So that's just a solution. I mean, we already showed you how to make the hubs if you're using wheels that have a bolt pattern on them. I already showed you how to do that. Now this is the other version. If you don't have the correct bolt or nut that goes in there off the original kit. Now this is mostly out of scratch, right? So I thought I had a spare nut to go in there, but I don't. But it wouldn't matter anyway because the wheels are offset. So you have to have the wheels would be sticking out to here, right? So it didn't really matter anyway. If I had the nuts, the original nuts or not, I still have to make something as a spacer. That's what this is here. So basically, just going a bit up on a tangent. Say if you have a buggy, right? You see, you have a four-wheel drive truck or a car for that matter, and the wheels have this similar system on here with this hex on here, right? It doesn't matter what size hex it is. It could be 10 millimeter, it could be 13, it could be 15, whatever it is, right? You just have to find the right coupler nut and then file it down or machine it. If you have a mill like I do, mill it down a little bit. I just took the mill and just went over it a couple times, measured everything, and just milled it. So, I mean, you can do the same with a file or a grinder too. That works too, right? So, all these things you have to think about. But very easy thing to do, and better than alternative. You know, I guess you go to your hobby shop if you had one and get adapters, or go on Amazon and wait 3 weeks before you get it. And by the time you get your stuff, it's wintertime. So then you can't play, right? So, but anyways, that's what we're doing now. And we're working on this stuff here. We're going to put it on the lathe here, machine them down to exact length. And we're going to put these in there too, Loctite them in. And once we got that done, Loctite and stuff in, and we'll come back and show you some more. And this has to be machined down a little bit. Everything fits. Now the front's a different story. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to probably, well, we can't thread it. Let's wait a minute here. Let's see what we're going to do here. Let's see what we're going to do. Well, see what's going to happen is this is going to be, well, I don't know if it'll fit. That's the problem, huh? So some of these fit and some of them don't, but I don't want to machine them. This is the problem with this 5/16 rod. It's fairly, yeah, it looks like it's off, but it's not. It's actually centered. But the thing is, you take if you cut a hole in there, right, and then it gets to be too thin on there, and it creates a big problem. So this is here. So this is cause a problem here. So what I have to do is I may have to put a piece in there, like bore this out, more machining, bore it out, and then put a tube in there, weld it in with the MIG, so it takes up that gap there. So, yep, more stuff, eh? Oh, actually, on the other hand, we could just get a piece of rod, machine, well, there's always going to be something. But anyways, we really want to get put this on the hub. So, but yeah, we're going to go this way. You have to get a sleeve or something to stick in there and machine it. And everything will be hunky-dory and perfect. So, if you don't have the tools to do this kind of stuff, you can always just take some JB Weld, take a tube in there, whatever you can find, to your right size, your spindle, like this. If you make one like this, right? And just JB Weld the spacer in there, and everything's all hunky-dory. But I'm gonna have to put a spacer in there, or a tube in there, and then weld it in with the MIG to make it perfect. I know it sounds like a bit mumbo-jumbo, but that's the way it has to be done, so no choice. So, bit of space in there. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Once we get a bit more on this project, we'll bring you guys back to show you what the hubs look like on the buggy here. So, yep, tons of scratch building. That's all I love to do. Just build something that no one else has done ever before. Alright, thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions, feel free to post something in the comments below, and you'll also can see this video on TikTok if you are surfing there too. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye for now.